Stardate 59.07. NaNoWriMo has started this week, this past week, and so I have been trying my hardest to keep up with the quotas every single day this week. However, that's not going very well as of like 2 days ago. Why do I always do this? I am a horrible procrastinator, which is why you're seeing me film this video at 6:30 at night. Yeah, I was, keeping up with the quotas for like 4 days in the first week of NaNoWriMo, and now I'm just falling behind more and more, and I'm losing confidence, losing inspiration, and losing my mind a little bit. So Oki-chan wants to know what my story is about for NaNoWriMo, and it's actually quite a depressing story. Because it's about bullying, and while that's a really emotional and powerful topic to talk about, it also kind of makes me feel really emotional. It puts me back to when I was being bullied in school and gets me really emotional, and I don't like to get emotional when I'm thinking about all that shit I went through in school and all that BS. And it basically follows the story of 4 teenagers that are in high school, and they're going through a lot of different things. I tried to kind of make it as diverse a cast of characters as I could. I have one kid who is overweight, and he gets bullied because of that, and he also gets bullied because he's at home with a single parent, he's kind of a loner, and he just has trouble making friends, and he gets bullied for who he is. And then there's another character, a girl, who is a lesbian, and she gets bullied because of that, and she's kind of struggling with her own sexuality. Then I decided to write about a transgender character to try and use that as a, little subplot for bullying. And that's kind of difficult because I don't know how to do that character justice, so I'm struggling with how to write her scenes. It's just really frustrating. And then of course I'm also writing through a bully's perspective, which is kind of interesting. I get to play with that a little bit, but that's also kind of making me a little mad because I hate him so much. I hope he gets his just desserts in the end, but I don't know where I'm going to take the story from there. It's so much emotion going into the story, and it's just overwhelming for me, So that's basically what my story is about, and a little bit of what my story is about. I'm not really going to go into too much detail, but it's really, really exhausting and emotional and hard to write, I'll say that. So what I'm thinking of doing for NaNoWriMo is, because I'm already behind, I'm thinking of just writing, with not worrying about quotas, not worrying about making a deadline, just writing. And I want to write, just at least finish the story sometime. I want this story to be finished, but I don't really want to pressure myself to finish it in NaNoWriMo by the end of the month. So I'm thinking of just focusing on the story and not worrying about the quantity, and also not worrying about the quality either. It's really hard to figure out, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just stressing myself out even further. So my question for Kay tomorrow is, how about this? Do you write? And if so, what inspires you to write? How do you get inspiration? Because I'm struggling with that part. I really need to work on my story, but a really boring part in my story, and it just seems to not be going anywhere, and I'm just annoyed. And so how do you get an inspiration for writing if you write? So I hope you all semi-enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week, and we will see Kay tomorrow.